All right, now back to the whole perpetrator thing. Now, perpetrator is somebody who just throws it on. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. I'm a ganger. According to if we're doing that whole LA world thing, that's what a perpetrator is. Now, I want to self-reflect that. Am I perpetrating, and what am I about? What have I done, or what am I about? And I'll give you a brief history, okay? So, as a child, my main activity was playing video games. When I didn't do my homework and my assignments, I played video games all the time. I was obsessed with video games, sports video games, shooting video games, you name it, whatever kind of video games they had. Okay, I played it like whatever video games I could. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into all that, but that was my thing. Now anyway, I shouldn't get into that. Okay, so that was my thing. Now, when I was about 12 years old, I was challenged a lot by people who were older than me, and their challenge was that you don't actually do anything, like you don't have something that you do. So what are you gonna do? You don't do anything. You have nothing. Like you can't just go to school, come home, and play video games. You gotta have something. So I said, okay. I put in a little bit of research, and I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do cadets. I was, I think, 12 years old. I said, I want to go into cadets. Now, and I'll tell you the story. It's a true story. So why did I want to go into cadets? I heard that I checked the website for the Canadian cadets, and I didn't want to do air cadet. I didn't want to do anything with water. I wanted to do like troops, or whatever they call it, land cadet or whatever. So that's what I wanted to do. Now, when I researched their website, I found out that they had an air rifle team. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to join their air rifle team. So I went. So they were doing it at a police academy. It was a big police academy, and they would do. So I asked someone to take me there. It was a big police academy, and it was. First thing I did, I went in and I talked to that guy. They said, okay, this kid is new. Can you talk to him? This is the guy to talk to. This guy is the one that knows about everything, right? I go and talk to the guy. I said, I want to join the air rifle team. He told me, dude, the air rifle team has already been chosen. You have to try out for it. The tryouts are done. The team is chosen. They're going to be on their way and doing their stuff. Now, I wasn't ARA or anything, right? So I wasn't going to get that. If I was ARA, I would have got right into the Air Rifle Association. You know what I mean? I would have gotten into that. You know what I mean? But I didn't get, Air Rifle, what Alliance, I don't know, man, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I didn't get into that. So they told me, so they showed me another class. It was a classroom where they were doing geography, military geography. I said, can I do this? They said the class is full. I said, so what the fuck am I going to do? They said, well, you got to start from the bottom. Thus level 0. I've been that proves, like, dude, I've been level 0 since I started. So they said, you got to start. I said, what do I have to do? They said, you got to go do the band marching thing. I said, march to the band? Like, yeah, 2 or 3 days a week, weeknights, 2 weeknights a week, you got to do the band marching for 2 hours. And then after a year, you might be able to get in something else. I was like, dude, fuck this shit, man. What the fuck? And I watched them doing that. I was like, what the fuck is that? You're just fucking dancing in a really stupid way. So I didn't do that. Right? I didn't get into that. But I was trying to get into I thought maybe the cadets. The problem was that the Canadian Army doesn't really have much action going on. If you join the Canadian Army, it's not like the American Army. The American Army, if you're really elite, you can join Navy SEALs. You can join anything. You know what I mean? If you're in the American military, it always has a war going on. There's always some kind of international war that they're involved in. And they always need troops. And if you're willing to risk your life and you're trained and you're capable, they will choose you. You will get your opportunity. But you're not going to get that in Canada. You're not going to get that opportunity in Canada. There's no way. You're not going to get that. The biggest thing you might get, if you're very connected, is that you might get to go train with the Royal British troops or something in England. That's about it. Okay, I've seen guys in different sports and different things going to England for shit. There's no way I was ever going to get that opportunity. I was level 0. So there's no point, right? All right, back to the whole perpetration thing. Now, I will admit that I was a hip-hop head. I will admit that. As young as about 8 years old, I was listening to the typical, like the hip-hop, like Nelly had just come out. I like Nelly. You know, I like the R&B stuff that was going on. I got like 10, 11 years old, and then I was like, I started researching Tupac. At that time, we had Napster, as you know, and we had a bunch of stuff, so we could download music all day, all night. And so I started listening to all of Tupac's songs. To this day, I stopped listening to Tupac when I like after a year. But to this day, I know most of his lyrics. Even till today, I know all of his lyrics for so many songs. I memorized it then when I was a kid. So I was into hip hop, and I thought hip hop was cool. I always wore baggy jeans since I was a little kid. I wore baggy jeans. Even though I was nerdy, I like or whatever, like I was a school kid, but I like wearing baggy jeans. I like listening to hip hop, and I thought hip hop was cool, right? Yeah. So that's it. So I was, but I didn't like I wasn't perpetrating gang colors or throwing up gang signs or anything like that. Like I wasn't actually doing that. Um, yeah. So yeah, and that was my first adult crime, which was the bank robbery. I mean, I at that time, all I knew was that I knew and I knew for sure. I was like, dude, I got like 4 or 5 contacts, and their shadows just like me. They're high up, man. You know, you know what I mean. So, anyways, I went through it. I've already talked about all that. But what I do want to say is that I'm not a perpetrator. Now, when it came to the SD, the Satan Disciple, that was, like I said, I feel like I gained a presence on just I don't know, just after Christmas, man. It felt like it was just after Christmas, last December, just after Christmas. Like I finally broke through, and like I could breathe again, I could see again, I could feel again, I could be me again. You know, something I never had. You know, the way I looked at things. All of a sudden, I didn't even have certain desires like those desires I had just went away. I was like, what the hell is going on? You know, it was like being a whole different person. And it was within 2 weeks of that I decided to join the Satan Disciple. People might say that, oh, Satan Disciple is like the lowest gang, or blah, 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 whatever they want to say. But either way, the disciples make up Folk Nation, right? You have gangster disciples, you have maniac disciples, you have Satan disciples. But I was drawn to the Satan disciples for one big thing, was Satan. but you know, anyways, we've talked about that. That's not literal Satan. That's not a church. It's just you know, a satanic like a baby Satan. It's a baby Satan that likes to do baby things, and that's typically like, you know, it comes with narcissism and the typical I would say gang mentality. But other than that, it's you know, it's being that immature, mischievous a person, but just at a much higher level, right? That's where the disciple comes in. Anyways, so one more thing I will say is that when I was younger, and this relates to perpetrating and everything, I always felt like in order to do something, no, in order to become something, you have to, and this is totally wrong, by the way, and I'm glad I'm gonna correct this. I thought to be anything, like let's say you want to be, let's say you wanted to be a real basketball player, so you join a basketball league, right? I thought whatever you do, whatever you become, you have to do that thing, and you have to actually, with action, and officially do it in order to become a member. That's not true at all. All right, so one second.